Hello everyone, Sean here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at my Teferi Temporal Archmage Mono Blue control deck. Mono Blue Tapo control, I should say. Yeah, I did one of these for my Fraley stack a while back. You can take a look through my channel and find that if you're interested. I wanted to do kind of the counterpart to that today for my Teferi deck. I've had this list for a while in paper, but I've only recently put it together on Magic Online and finished it, so it's taken me a while to get there, but I'm here now. So here is the list, which I've made some tweaks to recently for 1v1. So let's start with the mana base. It's basically all islands to take advantage of cards like, well, 3 main cards. Let me see here. So Vidalcan Shackle's the big one. So it's pretty important to have tons of islands in order for this to be good, because a lot of creatures in Commander are huge. So you want to be able to keep up. The other one is Engulf the Shore, a new one from Shadows over Innistrad, I think. So just bounce everything, potentially. Very efficient. It's an evacuation, but 1 cheaper, and potentially does, has the exact same effect for 1 cheaper. So sometimes it'll be less good, but for the most part. What's the other one here? Scourge of Fleets. So bounce everything, get a fatty. So that's partly why we have so many islands. That and back to basics. Where are you? Right here. So no basic lands on tap. So the only non-islands we have are these guys that cycle, these guys that fetch for islands, this that can turn into an island, this that fetches for this or this, and this which never actually taps, and this which never actually taps. So basically we always have islands out. Dark Depths, of course, is one of our main win conditions. You combos with Thespian Stage, copy that, comes in with no counters, you get a fatty fat. Yeah. Then one of our other themes, there's the little island theme that I just went over, and then we have an artifact theme. So we basically want to abuse cards like Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, Grim Monolith, and Basalt Monolith. And I think that's it. So we want to abuse these mana rocks that are normally bad, but because we have Teferi, yeah, we can, and Voltaic Key, we can just abuse the crap out of them. So that's that. And doing some tutors, some fixing, or some card stacking, or whatever you want to call it. Card selection, sorry. Some spot removal, some board control, creature control, more card selection, etc., etc. Sweepers, card draw. Then we have a few clone and steal effects, control magic, rite of replication, bribery, and Vidalcan Shackles, and treasury. So just basically the most efficient clone and steal effects, because we're not a full-on clone and steal deck. We just pick the best of the best. And then we have some finishers. Except for Inkwell, they all do something besides finish the game. This draws you cards. This bounces stuff. Get you cards. This is just, card advantage, board control, does everything. Controls the board while attacking. So yeah. Some of these tweaks I made for 1v1. Like Inkwell, for now anyways, not in the multiplayer version. I feel like he's better in the 1v1 version. I'm not positive I'll keep him, but for now I like him. I was feeling like I wasn't closing games reliably enough, so something like him is very good. Ujin, same thing. I pretty sure I hate him in multiplayer, but I think I like him a lot in 1v1. And what was the other one? Snapcaster. In the multiplayer one, I have Grafdigger's Cage because I feel like he's likely to be very relevant in multiplayer. Less so in 1v1. It's probably like, I don't know, a quarter of the time it's relevant, maybe less. So don't feel like it's worth it. You could just run both, of course, but I like to keep the anti-synergy out. The other, I might actually take it out of the multiplayer version because Grafdigger's Cage, I realized, is anti-synergistic with bribery, which is sometimes a huge problem. So, yeah, and Snapcaster is great in multiplayer, so that's probably the way to go. Anyway, so yeah, some tweaks for 1v1. If you guys have any suggestions on other cards that are only good, I guess, in 1v1, I'd be very interested to hear them. Anyway, that's the gist of the deck. It's tap out control. I'm not a big fan of counterspells. Nothing against them, I just don't like playing them, but yeah, I prefer this style of control. I like tap out control. So if you're looking for something a little different in mono blue, this is your ticket. So now I'm just going to run through probably 2 games, depending on how long they go. So Commander is pretty all over the place in terms of game length. And 1v1 anyway. Yes, I would like to play first. So we have lots of card selection, so let's basically just auto keep. The hands you want to ship are basically anything with 0 or 1 land. Even with card selection, I find it's not a good idea, and the mulls to 6 are usually quite good. So I think we'll leave the brainstorm for now. Well, do we brainstorm? Because I like the turn 2 scroll rack play. But then we might not have anything for turn 3. But we could. I like brainstorming actually turn 2. We can set up for our 3rd land, and if we don't see land, then we crack that. So let's do that. Scroll rack can hold off. That's usually like a mid or late game card anyway. So Anafenza. So the library is pretty good. Here we go. So I usually just put the most expensive stuff on top. I'll put the scroll rack on top. I don't actually need either of those, right? I can't even remember treachery. Yeah. I don't feel a great need for treachery, so we'll do that for now. I'm no brainstorm expert. I don't play Legacy, so so I guess we'll play Monolith and leave out Pontify. And next turn Teferi, and go from there. And we can match his card advantage without the life loss. Well, not necessarily match it, depending on how much life he loses, but because he's going to play Anafenza. But another to put exile instead, so I don't care about my graveyard much, so that's not really a problem. So that's pretty difficult, but with Teferi, ooh, this is where you want the treachery. So we can play Teferi and still 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's the beauty of him. You can commit to 6 mana while still getting your other play. So I will take that. Steel effects are extremely powerful. in Commander, probably more so in 1v1. Well, definitely actually. You gotta be careful with treachery. If they counter it in some way, including like sacrificing their creature or something, your lands do not untap, so it's really best when they are tapped out. Because especially now with the no tuck rule or whatever, commanders are basically impossible to deal with other than stealing them. Actually, I can't even think of a way to do it. Well, stuff like Pithing Needle, which are really underrated effects. That's a great way to deal with it. So we're gonna cycle. Then we'll probably +1 him. Can untap these next turn if necessary. Boo. I probably should have kept that. We already have enough stuff, and if he plays something like Fracture and Gust, then we're just boned. Not really boned, but I mean we're at 5 mana, and that's potentially 9 because he can untap, but still. Excuse me. It's controller, so I could reality shift this in theory. Just to manifest, because I do need the board presence. And then that makes it more expensive for him. So I'm gonna do it. I don't know if it's necessarily a great idea. Oh, it's an island. God damn it. I'll be right back. Hopefully he doesn't quit on me. Okay. Yeah. Yoink. I do kind of want to take the expedition map, but quite afford to. Steal it again. Yoink. I'm surprised I haven't seen any fetches yet. You really want those with Sylvan Library. That's a problem. Potentially. I'd like to be able to deal with that right now. The flyer's a problem too. I'll leave it for now, but I will destroy it next turn if need be. Ooh, that's not what I need. Or the turn after even. Oh, nice. So, target creature, was it graveyard on top? Yeah. If he has something huge, I mean, we're in real trouble. And between the library and his regular draw, it's likely. So, yep. Yeah, that's the opposite of what I wanted to happen. Although I did survive one of these the other day, and I think it was a Genesis Wave for 33 or something, and I still managed to win. But that doesn't really happen. So the Regal Force makes me sad, but the Angel of Despair might be the real problem. Exile, destroy target permanent. So we're going to exit draw next turn for sure. He's just got way too much going on. That makes me sad. Now we can't untap our artifacts. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so we have 10 mana. 5 left over, so yeah. Well, we could play him, I suppose we could play Teferi and then untap the artifacts and then exit draw. But he has the card advantage right now, and that's bad. Oh, God. Yep. So it's basically the Genesis Wave. Things were going well until we got that, and we didn't. Our draw was not really. We weren't drawing anything proactive. And he could draw another Genesis Wave, in theory. Well, put it back into his hand. Anyway. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Glacial Chasm is potentially useful too. Ugh, God, this guy. At least we have, Yes, I got it. So we do need the 2 islands. Oh, we could have got another one from there, I guess. So that's pretty good. And we got Pontify in case. So it holds him off anyway, potentially. This Dead Bridge Chan is a problem though. He just has too much card advantage. I just set the Teferi, he has 2 other things. So he's drawing 3 cards a turn, potentially. Or 4? Yeah, potentially 4 cards a turn. Of course he can't afford to draw 4 every turn, I guess, but... he could, if the card was good enough and it could win him the game that turn, like Genesis Wave, for example. Oh, crap. Oh, Jesus. That's the opposite of what I want to happen. Yep. It's pretty amazing how quickly his ultimate goes off. Oh my god. Well, I'm just gonna have 6 here and pray for a draw. A good draw. Glacial Chasm hasn't done as well as I would have liked. That's another card that might be better for multiplayer, so I may take that out. Although it would be pretty good right now, I suppose. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we cannot play Teferi. Activate, so we can crack the... deactivate the Ujin at least. So Ujin and drop Glacial Chasm. Ujin, the Spirit Dragon. Ah, I didn't notice the tech edge. Not that it would have changed much. Yep. Well, I would have used Pontify, that's for sure. He would have drawn a bajillion cards, though. Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't have used Pontify. Use it next turn if I have to. Yeah, if we draw Wrath, then we are in great shape. But otherwise we're completely boned. So I'm hoping for Wrath would make this game more exciting. Well, we do have this. Cyclonic Rift. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll take that. And I almost want the Trinket Mage to get Relic of Progenitus. But it's just gonna keep dumping the stuff in the yard anyway. Oh geez, top 10? Oh no, okay. Yeah, I thought it was like every turn. That would... I don't know. I'll go more proactive and take the preordain. No particular order for these. 3, 5, 8, 9, 10. So we can preordain. Yep, we wouldn't have had enough to do 2 things this turn anyway. That's pretty good. So I guess we Rift and then Sphinx. That seems like a good plan to me. Choose the number of lands you control. Beginning of your upkeep. I almost want to do it now, but then he's just gonna... Yeah, I think... But then he's just gonna attack, and I'm gonna want to do it during the attack phase anyway. Uh, 3, 5, 7. So that was a hell of a draw. Still don't know if it'll be enough. We can steal a creature, and we do have the Sphinx, so that's good. Needle shuts down the Ujin, so... Although he could destroy it with the Primus, but, you know, we had to give him that option. still is there's 20 mana, I guess, right? Maybe I miscalculated. So all of these are very bad. Imagine a Sunder in response, that would be sweet. I've yet to do that. So I think we'll just be doing the one video. So this has gone on quite long. So that's pretty bad. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stealing either of these is not great. I kind of like the idea of stealing that and then cracking these two. And then we can safely ignore all these. Might have to do that. 5, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8. If we draw land, we could do all this. So we'll see. Discards of Regal Force. Interesting. 10, 14. Yeah, I guess he doesn't need it. Oh yeah, we did draw the land. So I feel like destroy the Vorinclex. Yep. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8. I don't even think I needed the extra land. Anyway, we potentially could have got 3 triggers, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Shit. Oh well. Oh, I don't get the friggin' things. What? Oh yeah, because I don't get the... that's lame. But I still needed to steal it. I would have stolen the Vorinclex instead. I was just thinking that when I steal it I get the tokens, but that's just stupid. Desperately need cards. I guess this, does he draw off the Sylvan Library? You may draw 2 additional cards. Nice. So, Snapcaster Rift is in order. I don't know if you can overload though. Snapcaster overload. I don't think you can, but you cannot cast it for its overlost. Okay, so no, you cannot do that. So, yeah, okay, I get it. We done. Does it show how long I've been recording for? Yep, 37 minutes. Alright, I feel like that's plenty. So, did not win, but it was a pretty good game, I felt. And I'll be back soon with more videos for Teferi. Cheers.